3 is what that gets. Is that what you want?
Maybe you do. I'm not quite sure, actually. I got this.
The heck is up with my color screen?
The purpose is to be the last man standing.
Let's head towards the end. Let's fire an eye up in here. Let's see where we're going.
Let's just PvP.
Weird.
Let's just go kill people.
Once a PvP. I think we should head towards that because I think people might be going there to get XP levels. That's what I don't want to do it.
No one is in the end. No one is in
No,
the end.
everyone's going to the center because we're supposed to be ending. Everyone's going.
Yeah. Tom, we're gonna fight. It's
possible.
you were the one who wanted to fight people the whole time, and now you don't want to.
I'm
Alright.
sorry, but my tactics have worked so far. Okay, my tactics of doing the whole lava and
Got it.
and it seems to
Guys,
work.
wait up. I need to get one more
Wait.
level so that I
Who
can
needs
put protection
who
on
needs
my
golden
own.
apples?
We can do that
I need a
later.
stamp.
You know what they say. Something's gotta give. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
3-0
Coming
and
up, we'll see
3-0.
two teams. Each
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today,
It's
it's
loud
week 4,
in
and we've got what
Lambeau
should be
Stadium.
a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LeSean McCoy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Boston.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Get it, Crummy.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you've been overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And incomplete.
Oh,
to open
Allie.
things up. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll running right through it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, it's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because it took it away, right? So now you get them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you? And he will get this into the end zone.
Come on.
Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Lorenzo Alexander in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, getting to the quarterback, that's an area Buffalo really wants to improve this season.
Hard to believe they went to the playoffs last year. Just 27 sacks on the season. What that ranked in the league? 29th
Tied for 29th.
Tied for 29th. If they want to get back to the playoffs, they have to up that number deep into the 30s.
A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
Get out of
The
here.
throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Now Allen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A carry for Adams. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Crap. All right.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Allen now looks to throw. He'll buy some time right.
Right out of bounds.
That one incomplete there.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen.
Oh, that was stupid.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
319. Looking good.
On play action, Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Rodgers is eating
Just a
me
1-yard
alive.
pickup on the play,
Rodgers.
and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space.
Love random phone calls.
Get your
Nobody.
best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner,
got two of
get
them
him
on
out
me.
in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
I gotta sack him again.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Oh, he's got
Wow,
it
he
wide
didn't
open,
beat
complete.
9 of 10
12 more
already.
yards there and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now on first down.
Get him, Trent. There you go.
Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now a third down
Oh, he
throw,
dropped
but it
it.
misses
Okay.
the target, incomplete.
Well,
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
No, check, Patriot!
Now a play fake here on first down. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way
Get off
home
me.
for a Bills touchdown.
Foster. It's Australian
Robert
for
Foster,
me.
his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And oh, look at that. A diving catch. The give is to Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Rodgers to throw on second down. And that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now Rodgers on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They run it with Bibbs, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Bibbs. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Stop.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line.
Oh, come on.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. No. Check. Patriot. The Drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And not much
Right,
there at
he's
all.
not a
So he'll
spinner,
get this
he's a
only
bruiser,
into
you
the
idiot.
11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now the rookie from Alabama, it's Bo Scarborough. Pushing his way through.
Nice
Another
job,
big
Bobo.
hitter there. This one good
Bo
for
knows.
18.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And now they'll throw with Allen. The left side completion to Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it, but now allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Green 19.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Rodgers now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
319.
This is Bibbs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Can see this quite a bit on running plays when the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Adams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Leopard! Now let's go!
Allen looks to throw on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing is Allen on third. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Now this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even go into fake punt formation. That's like using up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go, come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Yeah, baby.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. We'll remind you once again, coming up at halftime, we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He's got stats and scores from around the NFL as we wrap up the first month of the season.
No longer is he a rookie. The coach, a true veteran now.
A crafty veteran. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. He completes it to Jones. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Complete to Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Lucky 56.
And again, it's Allen. Jones has it. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen now on first down. Caught by Jones. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Throwing on first down is Allen. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The rookie Allen sharp on this drive as he leads his guys up 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Allen going to throw. And Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on 1st down. Bibbs looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
Snap count through the defense off. 5-yard penalty. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
Automatic
And it makes it
first
so
down.
simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
Offside, defense.
And the first half, just like the end of the game, can't end with a defensive penalty. They'll have
Still
another
first
play.
down.
One more play, untimed. See what happens here.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
So that scared me so badly.
Oh, and there's Matt here. You have a sword that you can
Yeah, I'll get the bat. No one's
God, why is there no iron anywhere? Come on. Alright, there's one more. There we go.
Okay, I got a couple pieces of food and then some mushrooms.
This isn't
so
Carter. This isn't where the witch was, right?
No, the witch was back in like the main
Okay, found more iron.
cave.
Did you? Okay.
Oh yeah, there's some on the ceiling. There's some on the ceiling.
I'll get the ones on the wall. Don't hit me.
Okay, I got the ones on the
I
ceiling.
don't even know how you guys got over to where you're at. Oh, you're here.
I don't even know where they are. I don't see anyone's
Oh,
name.
there we
This
go.
actually
Nice.
scares me.
Wow, it's a double ravine. There's another ravine over here.
Really?
Oh really?
Whoa.
Okay, I gotta
dude.
find you guys. You said follow the pathway near the
Oh,
farm,
boy.
right?
Oh, there's creepers down there.
Okay. Creepers are fine. I'm not so worried about them. You can really control kill them.
Yeah. It's skeletons that are. I finally got some more iron. Good go.
Yeah, skeletons and witches are like my big thing. Okay. There's like so much concentration here, I can feel it.
All right. Yeah, I got a few people who were like saying they donated and they haven't gotten an email yet, so we should have some items on the way soon.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
hoping.
It might be like in a queue that like it has to
Hopefully.
Alright, Jordan, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this to you, just, you know, for emergency purposes. Cam, I'm gonna give this to you,
I thank you.
just in case. I mean, I need
Cool.
one, and then I have one extra mushroom
stew.
Awesome.
The best that I can really do right now. I went out and killed like 2 sheep.
How much does that heal again? I mean, hunger.
I think it's like 4.
Yeah, let's cover up
not
that
100%
lava.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Carter. This is gonna be for you. I'm gonna toss it like over to the right.
Okay.
How do
Oh,
we-
don't go in the lava.
Yeah, no, I tossed it off to the right on purpose.
Okay.
I'm gonna dig around here a little bit. We are in desperate need of iron. I feel like we are getting a little bit chipped. So if people want to donate us regen potions and then just mad stacks of diamonds, that would be amazing. I bet we probably are awaiting mad stacks of diamonds. It's just the donations aren't coming through.
Oh, dead end.
That'd be down.
Lack of iron. If we wind up getting into a battle or something, I will toss like a few of my armor pieces around so that we're sort of evened up, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to do in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, it's true. A mutton only heals through. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess the Minecraft story mode code is like an instant automated thing.
More iron.
But-
This ravine has a lot of stuff in it that nobody was
Yeah.
really looking for.
Just be careful of
Oh yeah.
skeletons and stuff.
Yep. I hear a zombie, but that's it. I see a creeper. That's fine.
Fuck, my arm hurts. Fine.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime.
319.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Into double
Got it.
coverage, and it's intercepted.
20 Brown.
Picked off around the 41, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 42.
319 to another.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets it over the middle.
Oh,
of
come on, guys.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On first down, Rodgers. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
What a 4 sacks
And there
this
they
season.
bring
4th
pressure
game
from
already.
the inside, and they get
That's
home.
crazy.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And that is
Nice.
incomplete. Randall
Yeah.
Cobb, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the
Jimmy
football.
Graham.
Hard to replicate the intensity of the
Oh,
game
he dropped it.
in pregame.
And now the 3rd down throw
Good job.
incomplete as well.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Blitzing. Oh, shoot. I forgot to reverse posture off for Jones. All right, Zay Jones, you are coming to be second, possibly in top. Foster. Time for Australian beer.
Now a play fake here on first
No,
down.
sir. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
I'm down on the left hand, so he's going to push inside.
On 2nd down now, Adams.
Break it.
Shreds the tackle.
Break it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
What? I already died.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Allen now looks to throw. He may try and run for this.
Go down.
A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it
record.
done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And here come the Bills. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Throw left side complete. It's McKenzie. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Adams trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there.
And look at this, another fake. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking deep for Adams. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Adams pushes him over. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for the rookie Josh Allen. And the Bills will extend their lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. From the gun, it's Allen. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, Focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
319! 319! 319!
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete.
What?
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too.
What?
And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Defense.
Whatever.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face
Automatic
mask.
1st down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
319!
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
319! 319!
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
158! 158 to Holland!
A give to Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quicknesses.
Blitz coming,
Micah.
down he goes.
Micah.
Oh, they're holding their breath right now. That's Aaron Rodgers shaken up on the play. Still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's the backup Kaiser. That is caught by
Oh,
Cobb.
my God. And now running.
Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes Zay Jones with the rest of his offense as they take the field. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
It's the
Isaiah's time. Oh, don't mess
Yeah,
up.
not without some preparation for sure.
Ari, check down there.
Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Right back to him on first down. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They give them a gain of 38. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The rookie Josh Allen with his 4th touchdown pass of the contest. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Kaiser.
No.
They take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaq Lawson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go. What?
On 3rd down, Kaiser.
Oh, Milano, you
The
took it
contact
off.
made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Then they fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Kaiser now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Kaiser yet again. Looking sideline, incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They'll run on 1st down. Adams, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in Newport.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And Graham's got it over the middle. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. He's not about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup on the 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Kaiser now on 2nd down. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
Man.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Good
And
D,
incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. That was thrown to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off. I like the design of that play, or shall I say, the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Fighting through, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for a loss on the play. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's Kaiser. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go. What?
Again, it's Kaiser. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Wallace.
Picked off at the 16, and this one will be brought back to the 22.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Allen going to try and throw on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quick.
How long did I take Aaron Rodgers out for? Game 2 weeks, to be announced, great. Ankle sprain. I was just out for the game. Okay, cool.
And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Come on, let's go. What? None.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A dump underneath to Jones. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw for Kaiser. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graham. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Kaiser on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. From the red zone now, Kaiser. And this is caught now for a touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, here's Adams. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now Scarborough. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Adams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, Adams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Final score now from Atlanta. And in a very offensive-minded game, the Falcons have taken the lead. Julio Jones, very close to a 100-yard game. He's at 97 thus far. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now whistles here, flag down.
False
I
start.
think one of the Packer
Offense.
linemen was moving. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He's back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
One final shot for Kaiser. He goes full extension, and he's got it.
Caught it.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to